Hello everyone and welcome to Seasonal Watch. Today we're watching Hell's Paradise, Episode 9. Now what happened last time? Because we did skip a week here since there was no episode last week. So the week prior to that on episode 8, we were focusing on Tensen, I believe that was his name, with Nurugai. As they were making their way around the island and then trying to find a current that will get them out. But then they ran into a Tensen. Tensen quickly realized what was going on and they decided to run, but the Tensen was following them. Seemed irritated. So that moment, somebody else showed up and attacked, which kind of like ripped the Tensen apart, but they can regenerate, so it was only a matter of time. And that was Shion, Senza's old master, who is a blind samurai with the Asaemon group. So the three of them ran away, but then he confronted Tensen about how he's treating Nurugai. So Tensen spoke up, he saw the potential in Tensen saw the potential in Nurugai, and wants to get them to safety outside of this. He accepted that for now. So they were gonna work together here. But before anything could happen, the Tensen showed up, and they had to fight. He cut Shion's neck, and surprisingly, he was still alive. Tensen then went into fight, but the Tensen was learning, adapting, and he was in trouble. As he was seeing that he was dying because he had a hole through him. Or was it like 5 holes? I don't remember, but he was dying. And then he was remembering his past with Shion, how his life before that, he was just a nobody, that his parents didn't even care for him, so he had to take care of himself. So he was just like a street urchin, just ruffian, just taking care of himself. The only thing he didn't do was kill, but he did anything else. Steal, beat up people and everything. That's when Shion found him and took him in as an apprentice. However, he didn't really have motivation to become a samurai, so he was thinking of leaving. That Shion did give him the condition of hitting him once, and he would allow him to leave, but he still sneaked out on his own. That's when he met Aizen, who knew about the test, but still took him to the graveyard before just letting him go, and told him the story about Shion's old apprentice. Back then, Shion wasn't really that focused on the apprentice and more focused on honing his own skill. His apprentice just left, and one day when he was doing his job, he realized that he had to execute his old apprentice. And the old apprentice was just, "I'm sorry, I failed you." So he changed and became more like apprentice focused. So seeing all that, Tensen had a new view of him and decided to work hard with him. He finally got the hit in, but decided to stay. And that was like kind of the whole story between them. And there was also the whole thing of the potential that Tensen had, and how he'll show up more when he's on what he wants to protect. And at that moment, Tensen realized he wants to protect his master and Nurugai. So he went all out. Even though he knew he was dying, he fought that Tensen to his fullest so that the two of them can get out. And while Shion didn't realize that at first, he did notice it and turned around, taking Nurugai with him. So the two of them are going to be seeking vengeance. Hopefully they can find out how to kill those Tensen, because right now they're just cheat codes. But maybe right now we're going to go back to focus on Gabimaru and the others. I don't know how that situation is going, because last time we left, Gabimaru was still having that mentality from the village elder in his mind, so kind of polluting it. We'll have to see if he got that under control or he's back to going wild again. Yeah. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine as we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. And with that being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know if that clock was able to be caught in the mic that well, but it sure was loud to me, because ow, my ears. Anyway, we have the map opening. Are we gonna have anything pre-opening, or just gonna jump? Nope, we have pre-opening. The more he learns, the less clear it becomes. Yeah. Yeah, what is going on there? Yeah, the more you look into it, the more confusing it gets. Senta. I need to remember that. Senta. Right? And he's asleep. Yeah. Without really knowing. Kind of hard. Right, Hodai's that inner circle. Oh. You're taking action right now. By yourself. I don't know if that's a wise choice here. I kind of forget this music. Okay. So we have Shion with Nurugai, Gabimaru, Nagiri, Yuzuriha Senta. Have the Dragon Blade and his samurai monitor guy. And I think that's all the groups. I think that's all the people we have alive. The little kid cells. Oh, I saw Nurugai crying there. I see. And Shion. Yeah, these two as well. And yeah, Tensen dying there. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. And Shosei, I think was the Bennett King's name, and his brother, who seems to have died, but yeah. Gods and people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's gonna continue south. Sense. Worried about Saigiri? Okay. Yeah, weird noises. It's like the tree spraying. Yeah, the heads. It's kind of like oh, there are people. Yeah, I was gonna say like are they kind of like Hoko, but then I stopped because I wasn't sure if they were like Hoko or if they were people turned to plants, like the sacrifice. Weren't you worried before about like only fighting what you know and stuff, and you were gonna um like retreat? Like, oh, that's May, I believe, the little girl. Gods and hermits. You would fit. Oh, nope. That's a Tensen that killed Tensa. And you think like a shinobi would go like jumping through the roof instead of from the front door. And yeah, when it's your turn, you guys take turns like patrolling the island.
お前ら人間を見つけたら捕らえなきゃいけないんだよ。今日は僕が人間を戦薬にするためか。
Yeah. Oh wow, he broke the. It twists and twisted back like that. Like, notice that there's no music going on here. It's just like the sound effects, and until now they were barely talking during the fight. Ooh, those kicks and the flame, static blaze. It's testing out, I guess. See if the fire does anything. Don't lower your guard. And you did. Yeah. Oh. Became the male version.
今更だが、お主が天仙様か。そういうお前は人間なのか。
Like, wait, are you human? Because you survived that? And now the fight is going out. Look at that. They're just going martial arts, hand to hand. And it's putting in work. Now, you had the arm there. Is it just going to regenerate and you want it? Yeah, makes sense. I didn't remember if like it would pick up the piece and put it back, or it will generate a new one. Makes sense. It generates a new one. Yeah. And then they have those aura attacks things. Yeah, because you don't do anything to them, but they can do to you. Yeah, I'm very curious what's gonna be effective on them. Oh. That's an instant reaction. Yeah. And now he's switched to the female version. Why? Probably what? Like, there's so many questions. And now it's using those techniques. Yeah, now it's serious. Just use aura sphere. Ooh. And it's just pummeling him from a distance. Yeah, he felt a similar thing from her. But this one's more mature. Ooh. The will to go back to his wife. I mean, you were able to do something when you kicked in the stomach. Like, there was some light on your feet. I thought it was coming from them, and because you were touching, it lit up. But maybe you are learning to harness that skill. Now you're going. Oh, wait, by a heal. So you're saying he's actually killing you? Get in trouble with them again. Then there's flowers blooming. That is different from. Is it like you're dying? Kind of thing? What is going on? What is that? What? That is so weird. Good luck with that. And just like that. Oh, the noise. Like a plant? And the heads are upside down. I'm guessing that's like the male face and the female face. Yeah, the male is the white one and the female is the black one. I don't know why is it like that, but ooh, his body's not being able to take it. And now you're getting pummeled. I mean, it's certainly different from anything you ever heard of. I mean, it's not an illusion, but it's certainly like completely different from what you're used to for reality. And now you're in a dream. Yeah, because you're questioning how real the situation is. You're kind of imagining a dream of you waking up from that nightmare. What is gonna make him snap and realize? Hmm. Wait. Whoa. What's that? Oh, it's getting very light. Why is everything turning right? Okay, he does know this is a dream. Okay. I should have expected that from Gabimaru. Oof. Might. Okay. For a second there, I thought those plants were part of him and not the tentacle things holding him. And it's just squeezing the juice out of him. Or maybe he was the one cutting it. You're facing death. Drawing whatever life you have. Yeah, just leave a mark. Like, just don't die without fighting back, basically. And, like, this instinct take over. He's basically unconscious, but he's still doing it. Regardless of your own will. Yeah, that's the worrisome part. Like, I get that regardless if you're conscious or not, but, like, regardless of your own will, might not make it back. Oh. Yeah, like I said, I saw her earlier falling. Oh, she's protecting him. I believe her name's May, right? Oh, that is so weird. Kind of melting apart, and it's gonna go back to that human form. Yeah, May. The voice seems weakened. I guess Gabimaru kind of forced into that phase 3 state. Phase 2 was fighting serious with that aura stuff. What what are you even doing here then? Hmm. It's complicated. Besides, he was the one that she was responsible for. Yeah, she sure have. And thanks to her, he's still alive. It's possible. He's not saying certain. I'm actually starting to worry about Gabimaru. Wow. Like, hey, at least you know that she has second intentions. Like, she's not even hiding it. They are the hermits that came to this place before, I believe. Oh yeah, the hermits, like I said.
男の方がいい。まず造形に無駄がないよ。美の本質は機能美さ。
私は断然女だな。
Yeah, the pink one.
だって見てて触りたくなるもん。うるさい。
There's the yellow.
どちらもそれぞれ美しいですよ。見た目だけの話
Yeah.
なのか。俺は男がいい。
That one, I believe, has Alminia's voice. And look at that other one. Why are the other wearing like plants on their faces? Okay, this one seems to be the one in command. The leader of the hermits. Zujin. Yeah, Zujin's the one that we've seen lately. Owl is the name of this aura thing. Yeah, it looks so old. Ishikai transformation. Yufa. I mean, I definitely won't remember these names, by the way. Family obeys. Okay, this kind of remind me of that spider family in Demon Slayer kind of thing. They should be. Yeah. Okay. See? Showing that there is a possibility they're still alive. Those two. Oh. Look at that. Okay, those two are still alive. That's nice to know. Good to know. And now Shion's teaching Nurugai, I believe. Well, about that. Oh, you're lying. Is that the elixir they're drinking? Now that's gonna heal you up? Yep. Originally there was only one. Is that? Yeah, that one. Oh. And of course we're not seeing the faces of those three. Oh, a hermit is split into 7. They all look and sound as that's why the males had very similar voice, because I guess they are the same voice. Would be kind of funny. He was human and became a 3-person. We're learning some history here. We transform before we die. Oh. Brain cross legs, so why aren't you like that? Or are you still in the middle of the process? Yeah, okay, so you're still in the process. Oh, that's your daughter. Okay, so it's not an age thing. Because if your daughter transformed before you and your wife. They're gods. Wow. Yeah, she's still worried about that. Oh, he's still alive, thanks to May. You sure did. I'm guessing their transformations are all different. Like they all transform into a different kind of thing. Yeah, they're monster, not gods. You did hit them once. That did had some effect. And yeah, good luck getting those two to join you. Oh hey, look who showed up. Now, can you convince an alliance with, or is this gonna be yet another fight? But yeah, as I was saying, good luck getting Yuzuriha and Senta to fight alongside you, because that worked out so well against the giant. Sakiri, I'm sure you can work together with her, considering that you have the common objective of the elixir. Those other two, the different story. But now we have the Dragon Sword and his monitor, the Asaemon guy. So now we're gonna have the resolution there. How are they gonna be temporary allies, enemies? And are they gonna die next episode? Are they gonna go their separate ways? Who knows? Now just wave along with the music. And that's it. So that was the episode. Now, I guess we'll separate in different parts. I guess we'll start with Gabimaru's advances to the Hodai, the center. As everyone was sleeping, he went in by himself to try to advance things, because Senta was staying back, trying to collect information to get a better understanding of the situation. And I must have missed something, because apparently Gabimaru said, like, depending on the situation, they were gonna retreat. But he needs to go forward and get the elixir so that he can live happily with his wife in safety. So he's not even considering, like, retreat is not an option here. you aren't coming. If you have a chance of not coming and retreating, I'm gonna go. So he went by himself, or at least he thought he was by himself, because I saw Mei following him behind a tree.
ある程度解明してから動かないと危険です。ですが例の天仙様が戦役を守る存在ならば、今無策で蓬莱に行っては危険です。ある程度解明してから動かないと危険です。朝右衛門はそうだろうが、資材人は違う。進む以外の選択肢はないのだ。たとえ一人でも。
But yeah, then he ended up getting to the gates, which were very human-like, and that kind of reminds me of Skypia in One Piece. And the whole temple kind of thing, which is very man-made kind of thing, or Skypian-made. Well, either way, like they call themselves gods because of their abilities and stuff, but they're not an actual god. And he meets the Tensen that fought Enza, Kion, and Nuruga. And at first that one was just like, I just fought some of you people, just leave now and I'll forget about it and let somebody else take care of this next time. But then they got into a serious situation. They ended up fighting. There was a lot of hand-to-hand combat there, and not a lot was working. After all, they have that regeneration, so they were just getting back together. But then there was that one kick that Gabimaru did, and I saw that there was the light around his foot, kind of like the tie, I believe that's the name thing that the Tensen was using on their hands afterwards. So I wonder if there was something because he was affecting the tie in the Tensen's body, that's why it lit up, or maybe Gabimaru accidentally delved into that tie ability and was using it against them, and that's how they're able to be affected. One of the two, I think. But after that, it went serious. Then Gabimaru went serious, just pummeling it down. And instead of regenerating, it just grew flowers from it, and it did that whole transformation. And then there was a shock ability and the tentacles, the root-like things, pulling and squishing Gabimaru, and it was about to kill him if it wasn't for Mei saving his life. So good job, Mei, as she took a liking to him 2 episodes ago when he was talking about the scar and his wife. Like, despite having a scar, she's still the most beautiful woman he has ever seen. So she took a liking to him then, and thank goodness, because that saved his life.
本物の新鮮鏡だとどう見ても人工物だが
なんで僕の時ばっかりめんどくさいな。お前帰ってくれない？さっきもやったばかりでさ。
再生能力と体育に見合わぬ力とスピード、こいつが例の何か。なんだこの手応え、この反応、明らかに今までと違う。なんだ、何が効いたんだ。
お前ムカつく。死ね。
再生するならそれを上回るスピードで破壊する。
嘘。人間にまた怒られる。あいつにまた。
体がここまでの無理がついにたたったか。
So I guess now we're gonna talk about the Hermits, because Hozo was talking about them and everything, and then they had that reunion. So apparently they were originally single hermit that gained a lot of power and split into 7. That kind of reminds me another manga thing, but it's not in the anime just yet, so I'm not gonna mention any more about it. Just don't remember the name, so I can't even give it a hint. Has to do with a certain apple, I guess. I think that's too broad of a hint, but oh well. Anyway, apparently that person split into 7, and they are just Tensens, like, protecting the island and using this foreigners as a fuel for the elixir that they drink. By the way, not something they had it once and like they're good to go. They're drinking from time to time, and that was what regenerated that one's eye so that they recovered, because they were all very old and like for the tree stuff, so they drank that and became back to normal. However, that one's still very angry and looking for vengeance. Watch out for that. I thought the purple one was the leader, but apparently they're all split, so maybe not. And again, that might still be the leader of the 7, you know, like the main one from the original Hermit. Who knows? And I have to notice that the voices were very similar for the male ones. Like, oh, that one sounds like Aomini. No, that one is? Maybe I'm mistaken, but apparently they all have the same voice, so that's why the male ones all sound the same, because they might be the same. So yeah, like, I believe it's the same voice actor for like Aomine, Bado, Sukuna, Yami, I believe. They're all like the same voice actor, which is like this kind of person. And instantly that the male Tensens have that voice. Yeah, okay, I can see that. The female one, I can't quite pick out like what voice it sounds like. Maybe you guys can help. But yeah, so they're dangerous, but they have limited resources, like this tie thing. And Gabimaru was able to drain most of it, so there is a limit, as Gabimaru pointed out. They're monsters, not gods. Can be killed.
本来神仙教に住むのは化け物ではなく仙人です。神仙思想におけるある種の超人、大抵は老人の姿で怪しげな術を操り不老不死だとか。
天仙様とは7人の仙人だ。普賢上帝、足久大帝、福寿君、ラトナ大聖、如意玄君、文殊高校、純霊帝君。もともとは一人だったと言われている。
はあ？どういうこと？
仙道を極め神になった仙人が7つに分裂した。皆同じ容貌、同じ静音。だが性格や役割は違う。7人でこの島を全ている。
我々は家族だ。家族は団結するもの、そして従うもの。つまり私にだ。私だけが主人を傷つけていいんだ。しかもその姿、他を使いすぎたようだな。
あれ。
自業自得だね。人間相手に騎士会までするほど追い詰められるとは。永遠と創始に。
神ではなく化け物ならば必ず殺す手段がある。
And then we have the others that finding out that Gabimaru was gone, and they're Senta tried to go after him, but because of Miss, he wasn't able to, and came back. Hoko explained, and they decided to go together. Usually, Iha wasn't really wanting to go, but once she learned that Hoko, the tree folk, was able to get through the mist. She was down for that. And then they were gonna go. He explained the situation about his people were just natives of the island that had a longer life than usual humans, and at some point in their life they started becoming trees. And it's not a matter of age, because his daughter was becoming a tree when she was young, even though him and his wife were there. So they just go there and start praying as they turn and make the roots. So he's starting to become that and losing awareness. That's why he's able to move around still. Interesting. There was a whole point of Yuzuriha talking to Sagiri like, why are you so worried? You're not, like, you have no reason to be worrying about the criminal, right? And she was thinking about that, like, but even so, she's wondering if he's still alive and everything. When Gabimaru left, he did think about Sagiri for a moment when he stopped moving. And yeah, so there's quite a lot here going on.
あの後すぐに彼を探したのですが、村を離れるほどに霧が濃くなって戻るのも一苦労で。
もしガビマルが蓬莱に向かったとしたら、すぐ探しに行かなくては。
いや。
蓬莱に行くなら同行する。
霧の中でもあんたならたどり着けるわけ？
可能だ。
なんか私もガビマルあれになってきた。心配になってきたよ。
島に住む者は皆かつては人の姿。お前たちより命が長く信仰に熱い。村も栄えていた。体がゆっくり木になってゆく。やがて一本の木として座禅で拝む形で大地に根付く。家族もいたが皆受化した。これは私の娘。不幸なことに家族で最初に受化してしまった。
宝庫の言葉を信じるなら、さらに南下すれば中心部、蓬莱に近づくはず。
っていうか、朝右衛門的にも罪人の安否どうでもいいじゃん。別に探す意味なくない？
一人で勝手に出て行って、そもそも罪人の安否は管轄外。でも無事であってほしい。
But it's not over, because we still have the other ones, like Shion seems to be teaching Nurugai how to fight with a sword, so they both can actually fight. Granted, it's like a last minute training, so it won't be like amazing fighting skills, but at least maybe Nurugai will be able to handle her own. Not be amazing, but at least protect herself. Then we have the Dragon Blade and his Asayamon guy that found Gabimaru, who was almost dead there with Mei, and his idea was killing the other criminals beforehand, just like many of the other ones. So it seemed like he wanted to fight. I wonder if Gabimaru will be able to convince him otherwise, or what, or if they are gonna fight, because Gabimaru is not his top condition. But that is not all, because we have the Bandit King and his brother escaping that hole, which I imagine that to be a possibility because they were awake when those roots were trying to cover them. And the other one was even suspicious, like you said you beat them almost dead and then threw them in, but you didn't make sure they were taken by it and died. So don't underestimate. And lo and behold, they are alive, got out of the hole. So nice to see more of them. Good to know that was not the end.
今は奴に勝てない。あのままでは全員死んでいた。一旦引くしかなかった。だが必ず落とし前はつける。
一緒に上陸した人間も同等の力を持っていたらかなり厄介なことになる。
ボロ雑巾が動いたと思ったらあの時の忍びじゃねえか。決まってんだろ。競合相手を潰しに行くのさ。戦薬は後でゆっくり探す方が効率的だし、 何より俺の剣を存分に震える。やつれてるな。やり時か？
お前こそ森で遭遇したという人間。ちゃんと始末したのか？瀕死にして穴に放り込んださ。今頃は花だろう。甘く見るなよ。仮に穴から出てこられたら、手負いの獣は恐ろしいぞ。
But yeah, I think that was about everything we got. We learned a bit more about this typing. Technically, we got some of the. Actually, we got all the name of the hermits, but they were so strange that did not register with me because there's no way I'm gonna remember those names. We learned about there seems to be a limit. Gabimaru was able to hurt one of them, so that's something to look out for and learn how to harness that ability. We saw the temple. May thankfully saved him with that barrier. The others are coming, and we found another group. So we just have Kion Nurugai and Josei and his brother. But soon all these 10 counting Mei and Hozo or Hoko are gonna meet up. We'll just have to see what happens next time with that. So yeah, that being said, see you next time. Bye.